ironing. It's still a thing. Even in Abuja here, there's a community where breast ironing is still practiced.
So we went there last week.
Okay.
But we're not allowed to speak with anyone.
Okay.
And we could not even tell them that we came for that instead before they chased us with, because they say it's their tradition and it's none of our business, period.
Wow.
Yes. Even when President Jonathan in 2018, 1 million naira fine if you are caught to be mutilating or to say you are doing female circumcision. He said female circumcision is not allowed in Nigeria and the punishment for it is 1 million naira.
Women are also part of the issue. Because when you look at the people who should push women there, who should support women right there in that gathering, there are some people who made some kind of statements that had doubts in the aspirants there in the room. So hearing that from your own woman who should be supporting you was very discouraging.
International Day of the Girl Child is an annual internationally recognized observance on October 11th. That empowers girls and amplifies their voices. Like its adult version, International Women's Day, celebrated on March 8th. International Day of the Girl Child acknowledges the importance, power, and potential of adolescent girls by encouraging the opening up of more opportunities for them. At the same time, this day is designated to eliminate gender-based challenges that little girls face around the world, including child marriages, poor learning opportunities, violence and discrimination. I caught up with two amazing young ladies, Lois Tofumiamele, the Executive Director, Good Tides Philippine Missions Foundation, and Dokong Rimden, on-air personality come gender-based mental health advocate. We talk about child rights advocacy in Nigeria and the journey thus far.
When we're preparing for International Day of the Girl Child this week, this year, my colleagues had interviewed a young girl. She's about 8 to 9 years old, living here in Abuja. She's a schoolgirl. She goes to school in the mornings, and when she gets back from school, she goes to a mechanic workshop. And I found that story quite inspiring. Do you agree with me that we've made progress, that the girl child is we've done quite well. We've made progress in the past 5 years. Would you agree?
I would not completely agree that we've made progress.
Okay.
And I think that's the reason why our team this year is investing girls' rights, our leadership, our well-being. So I would say that the reason why they're bringing all of the leadership thing in is the fact that they want girls to come into the fold, but within policymakers, women, and all of that. I was at a program last week and we're talking about inclusion of women, into all of this. We have there's a sitting for boys and girls and all of that. Most times when you go to those type of sitting and all of that, you just meet most of the boys and none of the girls. And I was looking into the statistics, and it showed that 4 in 10 girls stopped at the early secondary school, while 5 in 10 girls stop at the lower secondary school. So it's just a very serious situation for us in Nigeria. I think our team one time it was digital generation, our generation. I think it was 3 or 4 years ago. Digital generation.
Because there was a lot of progress. So something must have slowed us down.
But still, a lot of when you want to compare it with the boys, we see that a lot of people want to push their boys into going into tech and all of that.
Coding, Scratch, there's more young boys because we have more 8-year-old to 16-year-olds.
Exactly. Even in our churches, let's look at it. Those at the technical decks. Okay, yesterday our pastor was saying something because a lady wanted to get married, so he called her out to pray for her and was like the only woman at the tech unit, and I'm like,
that's not good enough.
That's not good enough.
We should put our money where our mouth is.
Exactly. Funding.
That's what we're going to go to funding, but I want to hear from Dokong as well. So please go on.
So I would say that we have made a lot of progress, honestly, looking at how far we've come. In fact, when you check the UN website, you see that even they have admitted that since the start of the International Day for the Girl Child, there has been progress. And I think that was in 2011 that they started. Up until this point, they agree that there has been so much progress. Having this conversation a few years ago wouldn't be as fluid as it is now. And I'm sure there'll be a lot of stations that will also have the conversation today. We can talk openly about issues. We can talk openly about menstruation, what should be and what shouldn't be. I think that's really a huge progress, but then we are not where we should be.
Thank you, ladies, for an insightful conversation. Meet Akintola Sofiat, a young school girl who defies societal norms and works in a mechanic workshop. After school hours, Sofiat is a 12-year-old student of Maitama Model School. She spends her afternoons at this mechanic workshop learning the ropes of the trade from her father.
Akintola Sofiat. They said that let me stop the work, but I don't want to. I see that I want to serious in this work. I'm doing the master book.
I have always been fascinated by cars and how they work because I spend most of my time here at my father's shop. When he saw my keen interest, he asked me to hang around so I could observe and learn alongside other mechanics here.
I just want to learn because at any time my car can spoil on the road. That's why I want to learn to do it.
But only no let you soon. Daddy mo fẹ́ kọ́ ṣe mẹ́ka ìwé sí ń lọ mo fẹ́ máa tẹ̀lé yín lọ. Okay, jẹ́ ká máa lọ.
My name is Abiola Akintola. My daughter Sofiat is a remarkable young girl. She shows great potential and a genuine passion for mechanics. I allowed Sophia to join me here because I would rather teach my children a skill to be self-employed. All my children worked with me before going on to learn one skill or another. Even the oldest, who is currently a tailor, knows how to fix brake parts in a car. Sophia's elder sister, who is a hairdresser, started out in my workshop. There's hardly any part of mechanic work that she cannot handle. I do not want them to wait until month's end to earn a salary. Once each of them closes from school, they come straight to the workshop to help me out. At the end of each day, they all get paid something. This motivates them to come to work the following day. No, this doesn't hamper her schoolwork. Once she closes from school, she comes straight here. We close from the workshop at 6 p.m. Once we get home, she eats her dinner and brings out her homework from school. It was Sophia who came to me herself that she would rather stay with me than at home playing, and I am happy to have her here and support her in pursuing her dreams. I would advise other parents to encourage their children to learn skills and monitor them. Don't just focus on schoolwork, encourage them to be independent.
Sofia's story serves as an inspiration to many young girls who may have unconventional career aspirations. She proves that with determination and hard work, one can break barriers and excel in any field.
Just like the theme says, this is their right, this is our rights, this is our well-being. What are you teaching your girl child? Let's start from the home. What are you telling her today? Are you saying, no, the kitchen is for the girls and, the playground is for the boys? Let's start to teach the girls that they are free to be who they want to be, practice what they want to practice. And when they go out there, you'd be amazed how well they'd be doing because of the confidence you've already instilled in them.
A big kudos to her father, because engaging men is considered to be an effective approach for promoting gender equality and ending violence against women. Her mother, Sekinat, had this to say.
Lọ́jọ́ òní, mo dúpẹ́ torí pé ọjọ́ nínú àwọn ọmọ tí mo fọkàn sí pé ìfẹ́ jẹ́ kó wá lé ayé. Pé mẹ́ta ti tó mi, ṣùgbọ́n Ọlọ́run sọ yí pé oní tó fẹ́ ṣe lórí ilé ayé ni. Ló fi jẹ́ pé Ọlọ́run fi taari ẹ̀ sí mi.
My name is Sekinat Abiola. Sofiat is my fourth child. Initially, I did not want her to follow her father, but I changed my mind when I saw her interest in her father's field of work. I am certain that it is a good skill to have. Even her older sisters started out here as well. I thought I would have only 3 children, and then Sofiat came along. She is a lovely child and has made us proud parents. I encourage parents to allow their children to learn other skills outside formal education.
In almost every country, patriarchy and power dynamics afford boys comparative advantages compared to girls in most domains. These advantages accrue over time. During adolescence, paths diverge considerably. Social and gender norms constrict adolescent girls' access to public spaces and reinforces perceptions that girls' appearances and potential, an actual role in care work, is valued more than their business in school, leadership in business, or voice in policy making.
I will just repeat the theme again, and it's invest in the girls' right, our leadership. and our well-being. A lot of things around the girl child. When I'm talking about the girl child, people will just be like, girl child, every time girl child, but it's a lot of crimes, a lot of things are prevalent when it comes to the girl child and not for the boy child. So it's important that we put a focal point on it, and it's important that we talk about these things, especially families. Like she said, fathers, talk to your girls about some of these issues, and I pray that God will help us. Because now I'm resorting to prayers.
Very well said, ladies. And that's a wrap on this episode of International Day of the Girl Child Celebration. Thanks for watching Rootstv. Bye.